Ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2017. Fight Guy fans, thank you guys for tuning in once again for another show. Returning crew up in 2017 is myself, Fernando Pimentel of BehindTheGloves.com. Giggling to the left of me
is the new KO Sports on YouTube.
And Frederick Hawthorne, Barbershop Conversation.
And
Dominic Medina, RingTV.com.
Now, obviously, we are here at the Roosevelt for the Miguel Cotto, James Kirkland press conference. It just ended right now. Good 50 minutes worth of questions from the media and everything else. It was a lot. What did we learn about this fight beyond the fact that it's going to be $49.95 for the pay-per-view audience? What did we learn from this fight? What did you guys take from it?
I don't think that Rock Nation is upset about the pay-per-view numbers last time. I learned that. I figured they probably were, but Fred asked a great question about what us as media members can do to better pay-per-view numbers and things like that. And Michael was excited about the question and just kind of put it on us that we should be kind of pushing fights for their entertainment value, which is a good point. I mean, on paper, this fight, for as long as it lasts, will be entertaining for sure. They're going to be rocks at each other, and it'll be fun to watch as long as that happens. But yeah, that's what I learned the most from this.
What I learned is that Jerry Jones realized that there's a huge Mexican market of boxing fans, and he's gonna capitalize on it. And he's doing a genius thing. If Miguel Cotto fights again, he has Miguel Cotto down there. If Canelo will fight again, he has Canelo down there. It's from a business perspective, I think this is genius. What James Kirkland has left, I honestly don't know. He sounded a bit punchy. I hate to bring that up, but he's definitely on the other side of the mountain in terms of taking punches to the head. And Miguel Cotto is Miguel Cotto. You got to dig and pry and see how much you can get out of him. That's just who he is. And it's going to be a very entertaining fight. I don't know who the favorite is in terms of fans, because I can't see Canelo fans rooting for Cotto, and so it'll definitely be a good fight. I believe Cotto will win. Too much to the body. Kirkland looks about 35 pounds overweight. Look really big. And he has 5 weeks. So I mean, between laxatives and running, I think it's going to be very challenging for him to make 153.
Dominic?
As Steven alluded earlier, Rock Nation is stressing to the public that we need to buy this fight card. I think they understand that it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a very difficult fight to sell. On paper, it's a good fight, though. It really is. You can't go wrong with someone like James Kirkland, who has some serious power. And Miguel Cotto, he's a smaller guy, so it's going to be an interesting fight, but it's going to be a really hard sell, though. And like I said before, Rock Nation is really trying to push it. I don't know how many numbers it's going to do. You guys have any idea? Where
let me ask you this: is the price point a good value for the fan? Obviously, we already know we're going to get Rigondeaux as the co-main event. That's the rumored part.
Oh yeah, Franco. Right?
Yeah, exactly. We're going to
Who's the opponent?
What's his name?
Franco?
No, it's somebody from Al Heyman's camp. Somebody on our stream, on the Fight Guy stream. Thank you. He said the name. I forget. I can't remember it. But it's a good undefeated fighter.
Okay.
For Rigondeaux. It's not like give me fight or anything.
Right.
So we're gonna get that, and then we're gonna get 2 other fights on the card. Rock Nation.
At 49.
As a boxing fan, I love Rigondeaux, but when you put him on a pay-per-view in terms of trying to sell the pay-per-view, I think that's probably the wrong choice, because he has the reputation as being a boring fighter to most casual boxing fans. I mean, I love Rigondeaux, I love the way he fights, but and I'm excited now that I didn't know that he was on the undercard, so I'm a little more excited about this card because he's on it. But to kind of use that as your selling point of like, hey,
you got to be realistic for your fight fans. It's not going to sell. As me being a real fight fan and a boxing junkie, I appreciate someone like Guillermo Rigondeaux. But let's be serious. Are you going to pay for it? Being the co-feature? I don't think so. I just don't think it's going to sell.
But I think this is also partially like Pacquiao's last pay-per-view was not on HBO, was not promoted by HBO, was all top rank, and he did 300,000 buys. So it speaks to the power, the drawing power of Pacquiao. I think this is kind of a test in Cotto's case. It's like, all right, well, he was always kind of known as the 3rd best pay-per-view selling fighter there was behind Cotto, or behind Mayweather, behind Pacquiao. So now I think it's like, okay, now you're kind of in the twilight of your career. You're already talking about retirement. You're fighting an entertainment, exciting fighter. So well, I guess we'll see what it does.
We all understand why this fight is on pay-per-view, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
tell
Miguel Cotto simply cannot get paid what he's guaranteed if it's going to be a fight on HBO, regular HBO, and HBO doesn't really have the money to back it up, unfortunately. So again, it's an interesting fight. I like the fight. If you really love boxing, I mean, support the sport, man.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, the fight was set up so Cotto, I mean, I hate to be very pragmatic. The fight is set up so Cotto can get a hell of a knockout in the 7th round. Go to the body the first 6 rounds. Kirkland drops his hands. He knocks him out with a headshot. That's supposed to happen in this fight, right? Now, with Ann Wolf, I'm telling you, if they promote Ann Wolf and James Kirkland and they doing what do you call them Japanese planes? Kamikaze. Those kamikaze missions that they go on in terms of training. You can get some more buys out of it. I think the humanistic point of this to sell the fight is the humans that are involved, the human interest, I would say.
She should have been here.
She should have been here.
Yeah, she should have been here. I think the media would have had a lot.
We would have loved
Unfortunately,
her. I've never interviewed her.
Yeah,
Never have either.
neither have I.
And wait,
So-
who's the owner of Rock Nation again?
Jay-Z.
Yeah, why is he never here?
He should tweet out something to promote it.
I don't understand.
And he lives here.
And he lives.
I don't get it. I simply don't get why you would own or create your own boxing promotion company if you can't even support it and show your face.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, you know how many more pay-per-view buys you'll get just for showing up?
Or just tweeting it out.
I don't get it.
Really?
I simply
Tweet it
don't
out, like,
understand.
order it on pay-per-view. Have your social media team do it. You don't even have to do it. Just
Exactly.
make it come from your account.
Have a cutout of yourself.
Had Ann Wolf been here, I mean, like she, like from interviews I've seen, like she pops off. You know what I mean? She'll get angry. She'll get intense. She's very protective of James, even when James wasn't fighting with her. Like I wanted to see that. I wanted to hear that. I think. And I didn't ask James anything today. I know Fred did ask him a couple questions, but James wasn't getting a lot of questions today. But had Ann Wolf would have got a lot of questions directed towards her.
Now, before I go off on that, the opponent for Guillermo Rigondeaux is Moises Flores. Yeah, it's Flores, so it's a really good fight.
That's a good match.
25-0, 17 knockouts.
Yeah.
But going off of what you just said right now, in boxing we have these discussions, the A side and B side, and we've been to many press conferences. We've been to Porter versus Broner. Broner popped off, but Porter always said his things and everything like that. Do you really think Kirkland just took over this whole B side role and just decided to stay quiet and submissive throughout this entire time? Like literally, everything was directed to Cotto. James could have said something like, yo, I'm here too, but he just let it slide, let it go. Like, is he really just falling into that B-side role?
I've never seen him act differently than that. Other than, I guess, weigh-ins. But I think he gets in people's faces in weigh-ins and stuff. But I've never... the only time I saw James kind of get a little heated was when apparently HBO was asking him a lot about Ann Wolf. Leading up to the Canelo fight, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm getting kind of pissed off. You keep asking me about that." But that was it. He said it like that. Like so, I think that's just James. That's just James is James, and that's who he is. I think kind of like Danny and Angel. I think Danny kind of takes a backseat to what Angel does and lets Angel kind of do his thing. And I think James would have liked to have been able to do that today with had Ann Wolf.
Well, at the end of the day, he's a B-level fighter. He has no choice but to take the back seat. Ouch. No, I'm being honest.
No.
Like, does he have devastating knockout power? Yes. Does he have below average defense? Yes. Does he depend on his punching power as opposed to his boxing skills? Yes. And
So you would say he's the perfect opponent for...
he's the perfect opponent No, I'm not saying he can't win.
Right,
But I'm saying he's the perfect opponent for every up-and-coming, strong punching fighter that's trying to get to the next phase. Can he knock him out with one punch? Absolutely. But he's the perfect candidate for the Canelos, for the Cottos, Jamal Charlos, you know what I mean?
So are you expecting another knockout early, mid-rounds?
If I'm betting on this fight, I'm not betting on this fight, but if I'm betting on this fight, I'm betting Cotto by knockout, and that's just the reality of it. Do I want Kirkland to hit Cotto and make Cotto believe he's in the fight? Yes, because I'm paying $49.95. So I would love for it to go. Because Rigondeaux's gonna win. Rigondeaux's either gonna break the dude's jaw or win by 12 rounds to nothing, and that's just the reality of it. And so I want something out of this fight. I'm gonna pay the $49.95. You know. So.
Or if anything, we're all just gonna go to one of ours and just have a nice little fight.
Yeah, we could.
Fight night there.
We could.
I'll call you up for that night.
Yeah. We can do it at my place.
I'm down there.
So,
Anything else you guys got to say about this fight? Obviously, a lot of people are down on it, the fact that it is PPV, but we understand why it is PPV, and the price point isn't bad. So,
well, my last point about it is, I mean, Cotto is a legend.
Yeah.
So
My favorite
it's
fighter.
your last
Yeah.
time watching a legend. Yeah, he's one of my favorite fighters for sure. So it's your last time watching a legend, and he's giving you, kind of what you want. He's giving you an action-packed fight. You know it's going to be an action-packed fight. So, that's why you should buy it. You're going to watch a legend for one of the last times you're going to be able to see him. At least no more than 3 more times you're going to see Cotto.
Right.
Beyond this. So you're going to get to watch a legend one more time. With the best in his corner, and he's gonna give you an entertaining fight.
My question is, this victory, where's it gonna lead to?
obviously, it's Mayweather. They both want Mayweather.
They want Mayweather, they want Canelo. They've literally outlined it. Mayweather or
Let's talk
Canelo.
about the real possibilities. Will Mayweather come out of retirement for Miguel Cotto?
It did sell well last time, 1.5 million and everything.
That's
It did
big.
really good. It did really good.
So you think-
And it was a great fight.
And it was a great fight. And see, the only downfall I see about that is this: that in that first fight, Miguel Cotto had that 154 belt and everything. Right now, he's doing this catch weight at 153, meaning that Floyd might want to drop him down a little lower. And we heard what Freddie said. He likes catch weights. Miguel himself said he's been on both sides, and he's not coming back down to
I
147.
thought Freddie said he didn't like catch weights.
He didn't, but he doesn't.
didn't, but
Texas
he
fighter.
He did, but he understands it's a Texas fighter. So that's why it's like, him dropping down to this fight to 153 means Floyd will try to drop him down to 150.
Right.
So it's like, it's give and take with it. But honestly, realistically, this is a road to Canelo. Canelo wants to fight 3 times this year. We're hearing Chavez, we're hearing Triple G in September. This opens up December for Miguel Cotto versus Canelo, the second fight, the rematch. Which the first fight was entertaining. It was really good.
I could see it as a draw, honestly. I thought it was
I thought
closer.
I actually had it. I had Cotto winning 7 rounds of 5.
Same here. Same here.
Then I rewatched the fight and I flipped it. I flipped it Canelo 7 rounds.
And that's exactly how fights are. Some fights like that, Ward Kovalev, you could flip some rounds
Max
here and
Keller,
there,
yeah.
depending.
I've never flipped that fight, but you can. Kovalev lost that fight the moment it was signed.
written in before the fight started.
I just admitted it.
Now, obviously, you guys are going to get more from us of the Fight Guys. We have a very busy fight month schedule coming up. Like on Tuesday, we have a media workout with Leo Santa Cruz, Mikey Garcia, and Dijon. Then we have the Danny Jacobs versus Triple G press conference on Wednesday. And it's going to be a
That fight gives me chills, man.
Not that I've heard, but I only know Tuesday and Wednesday. But if you find out
I'll
something
let
about
you
Monday,
know.
let me know, please. But we're gonna give you guys a lot more in 2017 than we did in 2016. We got a late start there, but trust us, this year's gonna be big, and we have a big giveaway coming up. So stay tuned for that. We'll let you know about that very shortly, and just stay tuned. Any closing words?
Yeah, and I'll just say, y'all do just put $10 in the pot, buy the fight.
Yeah.
Someone bring the chips. I don't know what the Puerto Rican beer is, but get the Coronas, get the Tecate, whatever the Sol, whatever it is. Hang out.
Get some rum.
Hang out. Everybody put in $10 and hang out
no,
for a
sure.
night.
Exactly.
You know,
And
if
this
you
is
want
like
the sport to
10 days
survive.
after Valentine's
You gotta-
Day, so you know you're gonna need some time with your fellas.
you're gonna need some
at that
time.
time.
You gotta recoup. Gotta get your
And like
testosterone.
Steven said, this is going to be the final year that you get to see a legend, Miguel Cotto.
Both
So,
Pacquiao and
Yeah.
for that matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. So guys, in closing, Fernando Pimentel for BehindTheGloves.com.
Dominic Verdine, RingTV.com.
Steven Cureño, KO Sports on YouTube.
And Frederick Hawthorne with Barbershop Conversation. Subscribe to everybody.
Yeah.
And more importantly, subscribe to mine.
Here, just one final breakdown. Subscribe to Ring TV and IFL. Subscribe to KO Artist Sports. Subscribe to Barbershop Conversations. And subscribe again to The Fight
You
Guys.
can also subscribe to Dominic Verdine.
Yeah, subscribe to
my
his.
YouTube channel. I got a lot of shit going on.
Follow us on all our social medias. Facebook is The Fight Guys. Instagram and Twitter is The Fight Guys _. And thank you guys. Again, big 2017 coming up, and we'll let you guys know. We'll see you at the fights.
Thank you.
Why you gotta pop me for?